Okay, so let's get started. So welcome back for the Kamila Penguins class Saturday webinar. So as you guys know, we already announced that this Saturday webinar is only for the Penguin class. But since Valentine Day is coming and we are feeling good, and then
We want to help you
we
make
want
more
to have
sales.
the more people to join. And then, of course, maybe we can allow for free class members to say maybe like 50% or 70%, so not everything. But can you not do this? Why don't you just
Sorry talaga.
Okay, sorry guys. Looks like many people buzzed like sorry. Okay. Emotional manipulation week 3. And
So mean
like
title.
week 3, actually when we started the Camila's Penguin Academy, we were doing this class with a different name. Do you guys remember that's what's our community name?
Mimi's tribe.
That was a rejected idea anyway. And then actually we started like a Kamila village community.
Community
Kamila
village.
community village. That was our first, our the name. And then we changed it to the Kamila Academy, and then finally we became the Kamila's Penguin Academy. But that weekly was really, really like long time ago. So today, you guys can learn that how to control your customer's emotion. Actually, I don't know you guys realize or not, but you guys are controlled by someone. When you purchase something, you guys are controlled by someone, and then someone is controlling your emotion. That's why you did purchase. You purchased something, like literally everything.
I remember this class when you said that, do you have anything that you buy but you never used?
Yeah.
That's because you were manipulated to
That's
buy
true.
it.
That's true. Like, you think about it, remember that. I know that for sure that you guys bought something, but you guys haven't used for a while. Maybe that's something, the keychain or key holder or like anything is maybe sleeping on your the box.
You were manipulated to buy
Yeah.
it.
So anyway, purchase is happening because of the controlling the emotion. So you guys are basically like a sellers, or like you guys might will be the sellers, and then sellers know how to control the customer's emotion. Like a controlling the customer emotion sounds like a little bit like a weird or like kind of like
wrong.
kind of wrong, but this is a sales technique. That's something you need to have. Okay, let's go. Make customer impressed. Do you guys know where is it? Where is it? I'm asking you.
Me? Disney? Is this Disney?
Yeah, Disneyland. How many of you guys visited Disneyland? I think not many of you guys, because I know that Disneyland is not in
Quite
Philippines.
far.
Quite far, right? And
But I've
then
never been manipulated by Disney.
okay.
I'm strong.
You are not the target from the Disneyland. So make customer impressed. Like a Disneyland, they can create the they can are impressed. They can make people impressed. So that's why people always want to go
Wanted to
back to the
go.
Disneyland. So people are moved, and then like people can experience so well. So that's why Disneyland is very, very popular and famous. And then we cannot reach that level, but at least that we always want to entertain the customer as a seller. So sellers, you guys need to be the entertainer. You guys need to be the entertainer. Like we need to be the entertainer. Kamila members need to be entertainer. So entertainer and then also seller is connecting. It's really close. Well, anyway, before going to the topic, so I just want to remind you guys that even you guys take this class, and if you know that this is valuable, but 90% are the information Sorry, I was reading the different. um, anyway, the 90% information came out last 2 years. And then what I want to say here is like, you always need to update that information. Everything, every time you need to learn something new. So here we go. Marketing, ICS. Do you remember what is ICS? Mimi.
Yes, I remember.
I don't think so. I don't believe it.
I remember.
ICS is a marketing framework. You don't really have to remember this word, but this is very, very basic, the marketing flow. It's worth to, take the notes. Well, I can send you the sheet after you tag anyway. So attention, starting from the attention. And then your goal is making someone share your contents or like share your products. Before, we didn't have the SNS, so that's why that's action number 6 was the last part. And then you can be satisfied with making conversion. If customer takes the action, which is like a buying something, you will be satisfied with it. But now it's 2021, and then if the customer's action will finish number 6, which is action, you are not completed. So always you need to think that how can you make them share. That is ICRs. So here we go. Seller, buyer, what do you need to sell? So we are seller, right? We're a seller, and then of course we want to sell our products or we want to sell our services, and that means that we want to make someone buy your products or services. That means that in order to do that, what we are going to do, we need to convince customers. We need to convince customers. Like, you need to make them realize that, oh, I need to do this. I need to buy this. Like, I need to experience this. I need these services. You basically need to convince. So today's class, basically that I will share the 3 tips that how can you convince your customer to buy your product, and this is something that you guys want to know, right?
Yes.
Okay, so people want to make people who want to make people move, people who want to be moved. What is this? Always, there's always, anytime, any era, people basically want to be moved. So only few people can create someone moved. So as a seller, we need to be the left side of the person.
Make people feel.
Yeah, make people feel good, make people feel excitement, make people or move like impressed. So we need to be like that the person. And then now I think that you guys understand that, okay, we need to be this kind of the person, but I think that you don't know how to do that. Today, I will teach you guys that the framework to be the person that who can make people move. First of all, we need to understand that recently customer became smart. We cannot cheat customers. Before, we are living that we can easily cheat customers. The mass production, like when we make some products, there is not much competitor, and then the more you make, the more you can sell. That was like the decades ago, or like even like or like decades ago, several decades ago. That was, but now
there's so many information.
Yeah, there's so many informations, and then as I show in the slide earlier, that the 90% information came out last 2 years. Does that mean that customer can access all information, and the customer can use internet and SNS and whatever? So we need to understand the customer are really, really smart person, so we cannot really cheat to the customers. First of all, you need to understand. And then here we go. So no one buy if they are trying to be convinced, imagine like that. If someone is approaching you and then you know that this person is like, for example, like if I approach you and then I'm trying to be convinced to make you purchase, you don't want to buy it because you feel like awkward or you feel bad. So convincing, you need to convince, but you cannot convince.
You cannot make them realize that you're convincing them.
Yes.
So
So
difficult.
even you want to sell the dry flower or like for the Valentine's, but you are not convincing your friends to the customer, right? If you are trying to convince more, the customer like feel like, what Mimi is talking. I don't want to be convinced. This is a natural reaction, and I think you also have it when you go to buy the cell phone, or when you're going to buy like any furnitures. Maybe if sailors are trying to convince you, you feel it, and then you want to run away from that person. So convincing is not something that you want, and then instead of that, giving them the knowledge, and then that's directly approach their brain. Approach to their brain. That's what you need to do. So far, okay? Okay, so here we go. We are going to go to the main topic. Oh, not yet. Bestseller equal people can make customer impress. So now we understand that if you want to be the best customer, if you want to be the good seller, you need to be the good entertainer. You need to be the person who can make customer impress, who can make customer moved. So that is a point. That is a point for today's. So how are we going to do is, here we go. We have 3 steps to make customer impress. 3 things that you are going to learn today, and then if you master this, your sales skills will be boosting a lot. And then you can or see the what's happening for your sales, the number of the sales. Make it simple, psychological low, and marketing low. Marketing basic low. 3 lows. Sorry, marketing basic 3 rows. So these are things that you guys are going to do. Okay, let's go. Do you guys know this? Do you know this guy?
He's my friend.
Is he your friend? Yeah. What's his name?
John.
John? What's John's doing?
A bit of everything. No, go.
Okay, he's a John. And then he created the best company ever in the world. He was not a good marketer, actually. As you guys know, or he's a Steve Jobs. And then probably you recognize him that a great marketer, but he was not a good marketer. Before, when he was I don't know you guys know or not, but he was kicked out from the Apple, and then he went to the Pixar, actually. So even he established his company, but he was kicked out. And then in the Pixar, so Pixar is basically making the anime, the movie. So then he learned the story, he learned the movie, and then he learned how to make people impress. So before, when he made a MacBook, so his advertisement, like so long, 9 pages newspaper ads, that's what he launched, and then it was failed. And then when he went to the Pixar, he understood importance of the story.
Making a story.
Yeah, making the story and making simple. And he came back to the Apple, and then next ad that he did is, I think this is very, very popular. And then he just used only 2 words. From 9 pages newspaper ads to the only 2 words, which is think different. And then, as you guys know, these ads are so, so popular. powerful, and then hit everyone. It's really like, or stand, or catch the niche, and then people start to buy Apple. So, new marketing rule 2021: don't try to add more, try to get rid of it, try to make it super simple. That will stand out your brand's name. That is first tips that what I'm going to share today. Do you remember this one? You forgot? Totally? I think I shared this at least like 2 times or something. Because of week 3, when we are doing week 3, I think we are doing the rehearsal.
I think my rate is around 4 times repetition before I remember it.
Okay, please don't try to be like Mimi. Once you learn something, please master it.
Whatever. Okay, let's go. I like what you said. Remove as much as you can.
Yeah, right.
Make the mark. I mean, this is something that I'm learning so much from you too. Like every time we're launching a collection, he would let me make the descriptions and the campaign call, and then the first thing he would say is too complicated, because in my mind it makes sense, it's easy. I'm like, why is this complicated? Like, you do this, you do this, you do that. And he's like, too complicated. And then he really helps us to, because I mean I think this is a pretty common problem for artists or even entrepreneur. Like for us it makes sense. What
I
we're
think
saying
maybe
makes
everyone
sense.
can do the same things.
Yeah.
Because I'm not really like into the resin. So if it's even a little bit complicated, I hate it. Like, no much, not this. So maybe you can also ask to your families or friends, or like, the boyfriend or like girlfriends or your partners. And then if someone feel like it's complicated, maybe that is a sign that you can arrange it.
Yeah. Try to test if the campaign call, especially if you have a collection release, makes sense. I think the recent one was during the holiday. We have a flower for slipper campaign. Originally it was not a flower for slipper. Like, I wanted to launch it. If you give this, the kid will get this, and then this will buy this. And he was like, too complicated. So one of the lesson learned here is ask someone to check your content, your campaign call, if it's easy to digest. Okay, go.
Okay. Yeah. Actually, I was checking the Jory's background and something moved. It was funny. Sorry, Jory. Yeah. Okay, so make it simple. That is the first rule for today's class. Okay, so do you remember this like a cold roll? Do you remember this one? Do you guys eat this food, cold roll?
No.
No? In Philippines? No? Everyone knows? Or do you guys know this food? I think many people say no. No? It's your first time to see this food? First time? Cold roll? First time? Maybe someone can chat? Are they in chat? Can you see the chat here? I want to see.
I saw, but I haven't tasted.
I see. This is actually I super like it, and then we can eat this with rice. So it's a little bit spicy and salty, but it's really good match with the rice. But anyway, someone want to sell this kind of weird food in America, and then when they started, like, they are marketing this like as a functional way, like, this is like a spicy one, and then like this is like it's good for the rice, good with rice and something, like they are trying to convince customer to eat this one, and then they realize that it's not working, and then they changed the marketing way, just only putting 2 words for this: spicy caviar. And then it was smash hit because everyone knows caviar, and then it's really easy to understand that, okay, this is a caviar spicy version of caviar, let's try it, something like this. So even the same product, even the same services, if you change your word to make them understand easy, to make them understand clearly, your sales are really became different. That's what's happening in Camila's, right? Like a sleeper stuff. Like basically 2021 theme of Camila is like a make it simple. So because we reviewed everything, all strategy, all marketing things that we did for 2020, and then we realized that actually it's very simple, but we realized that if we did something a little bit complicated in the marketing strategy, it's not really working. Even in Camila's Penguin Academy, the simple strategy
The better.
was really the best always. This is an example. So for example like this, so if you go to the cafe or restaurant, probably you check this kind of menu, right? But like you really are, you don't want to read everything. But like for example, like at right side, if you can see the chart, actually this is actually the real version of the business, like an online perfume services. So actually they can create your the how to say, they can create your personal customized perfume. And then it's super easy, right? So it's like your uniqueness and how to say, like a, sorry, I will cut. I will cut to explain this. Anyway, so yeah, 3 steps to make customer impressed. So first one was a simplification, and then the next one, psychological laws. Next one is also most important part. Okay, should we cut here for the free class members, or maybe we can go more?
One more?
One more, or maybe okay, maybe 1 minute more. Psychological laws. You need to understand these 3 things: bandwagon effect, snob effect, and Veblen effect. I just want to know that how many of you guys know these 3 very important effects?
Yeah, maybe we can cut in the bandwagon effect.
Okay.
Because this is the most important.
Can I know that because actually even another class I sometimes mentioned about this kind of like psychological laws, bandwagon effect, snob effect, Veblen effect. I always tell everyone to use this effect for your catch copy, for your writing, for your sales talk, whatever. Bandwagon only, Braille. I see. Are familiar with bandwagon only. Bandwagon. Maybe you didn't take the class, Kai, I think, but you guys know the bandwagon effect. I see. Okay.
And it's a common English word.
Familiar with bandwagon and snob. I see. I think Ira took this class. I am not sure. I was a bit late. Okay. All right. So bandwagon effect. Let's go. These 3 things is super easy to apply for your business from today, and then you can see your R difference. So bandwagon effect, super simple. Which do you prefer? Mimi, popular things or unpopular things? Which do you prefer?
Of course, popular.
Of course, popular. It's not only for Mimi. Everyone likes popular things. No one likes unpopular things. Probably, maybe like a 1% person here, you will like the unpopular things, but I can say that you are weird. The customer are not a weird person. So popular things are always preferable. So that is a bandwagon effect. People always want to follow the majority. People always want to go to the popular things. So this is a bandwagon effect. It's super simple, so no explanation. So snob effect is also important because you need to collab bandwagon effect and also snob effect. So let me go more. What is a snob effect? Here we go. Which one do you prefer? Rare thing or common thing? Rare or common? What do you guys think? Comment here. Do you prefer rare thing or do you prefer common things? Let me ask Mimi. Rare or common?
I like a rare Pokemon.
You like rare Pokemon. Okay, yeah, everyone say rare. Rare. Okay, yeah, of course. you always want to have the rare Pokemon. Not rare Pokemon. Pokemon is popular in VH. Okay, rare Pokemon. Rare Pokemon is always, or demands, right? So here is the things. Popular. People want to go to the popular, but people don't want to go to the common thing. People also want to have the rare things.
Which is weird.
Which is weird, and which is always like a contradiction. So how can we put two things together?
Okay, I think this time is for...
This is the time for only for the penguin class. So I'm sorry, but for the free class members, our webinar will be cut here. So penguin class members, just show your ID, which is a background of the Penguin Academy, and then we can keep you guys here.
Thank you for joining. But this is very important, no? Because it's so weird. People love the common things, but they love it to be rare. Like,
That's true.
They love the popular things. A lot of people are doing it, and at the same time, they want it to be rare. Like, how can you mix those two? And if you girls understand the importance and understand how you can make something so popular but at the same time rare, then you can capture a good marketing technique right here. And this one is for our Kamila Academy members.
Yeah, so
Penguin
I think two people just joined here from free class.
Quite late.
Yeah, quite late. So sorry for that. We need to cut here for the free class members, and we are going to move for the only penguin class members. But don't worry about it. I already record this, and we will drop this session for the free class Facebook, or Facebook or community, so you guys can check it later. Okay, yeah. Okay, so for free class members, so please leave now. And then, if you don't know how to leave, basically, I will remove you from here. See you next Wednesday.
See you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Thank you guys for watching another episode of Kamila Penguin Academy. If you like it, please subscribe, like, and comment down. If you have questions, write it down and we will reply in the comment section. Also, click that bell button and you will be notified if a new video comes out. If you want more information, more tips, and you wanted to learn more from Kamila Penguin Academy, please follow us on FB group as Kamila Penguin Academy. We're there. And connect with us on Instagram. I'm at Camila's 4am art and Harry is at Harry_Camila. See you!